So we're thinking here about taking what we know about percentages, percent literally meaning per 100 or for every 100. And we're going to kind of dive in to some story problems here and see if we can discover some percent change that might be happening here. So, in these scenarios, the most important part is to read the question and utilize the language in there and transform sort of the English language into a math language, right? So we have this sentence written in words, and we want to try to convert it into a mathematical sentence. So in this first one here, we have an online retailer, and they mark up their items 35%. So what our question is we want to know what is the markup on a specific on item that happens to be $14. Okay. So what we're going to do there is we're going to say, okay, well, we have some information. We know that they mark up their items by 35%. Seems like a lot, but probably pretty realistic. And we want to know what is the specific markup then on an item that is $14. Okay. So if we know that the markup is 35%, what we can do is we can whoop, whoop, whoop to undo the percentage and turn it into a decimal. Okay. 1, 2, divide by 10, divide by 100. Our decimal moves here. So we have 0.35 being the same thing as 35%. And we really want to know what we want this as a decimal so that we can easily multiply to figure out how much it's going to grow. We know we're going to multiply because they're marking up the item, right? They're not marking it down, they're marking it up in this case. So multiplying is going to help us get to a bigger number. So we want to know what is the markup on a $14 item. So we're going to take the percentage of markup, 0.35 or 35 hundredths, and we're going to multiply it by our $14. I can put the dollar sign there just to be specific. Okay. So then you can grab a calculator and you can say, all right, well, I'm going to take my 0.35 and multiply it by $14. And you end up with $4.90 as your markup, right? So on a $14 item, it would be marked up $4.90. So what you can then do is you can take this $4.90 and you can drag it over into the answer box here. So for each of these, as you read through them, you want to look at the language that you have and see if you can transform it from a word sentence into a mathematical sentence to solve.